Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. So tomorrow is the vernal equinox. So because of that, we're going to do balance readings. Each of these two cards represents two things that you might be needing to balance within your life. So, and to help you tell them apart, I don't know what ones they are, I just shuffled and drew. I have three different bunnies because tomorrow is also Ostara. Bunnies that you can choose from. So I have pile number 1, which is designated by the silver bunny, and pile number 2, which is designated by the gold bunny, and pile number 3, which is designated by the gold lop-eared bunny. So feel into the cards and the bunnies and see which one of these has a balance message for you. I'm going to put the timestamps in the description and I will see you there. Bye! Hello, silver bunny people. So I'm going to move the silver bunny over here and the silver bunny can oversee the operation. I'm going to move the balance cards like this and like this. So let's turn these cards. If they're upside down, I'm going to turn them over again so that they're upright, because I'm not going to do reversals today. Someday I'm going to do reversals and it's going to freak you all out. No, but I'm not doing reversals today. So let's see what two things are currently in your life that need to be balanced. They're trying to find a balance. Ooh, okay. Okay, so we are choosing between, well, not choosing between, but we are trying to find a balance between the untenable, unsustainable life that had been constructed but is currently crumbling, and a new life filled with magic. Yeah, you know what? I can totally relate. Anyway, let's throw down some Carnelian Runes and see how you can bridge this balance, and so you can find a balance between these two things. Although honestly, if you have a tower happening, that's probably important and good that it's happening. So anyway, I love the tower card. That's just me. Okay. Okay, so our splash reading for this balance reading is, our central issue is self-support, basically. We have algaes, which is the rune of the elk, also known as the moose. Sometimes also has to do with elk sedge, which is what they used to thatch houses with. So it has to do with protection and support reversed on the central issue and path line. It has to do with self-support and self-protection. So you are you're really focusing on sort of supporting yourself leading up to this. It's been a long journey up to this point, and this is the point in the journey where, Raido, the journey rune, where you are ready to take this on. You're ready to, and you know what's neat is we have the antlers here and then we have antlers here. So you're sort of leading towards this and you are leaning towards this. And if there's a tower happening and you're sort of trying to find a balance between this that is crumbling and this that is bright and new, I would sort of lean towards this. I know there's a lot of your stuff here and you need to bring that over. So you will, not to worry about that. So what's going to help you? We have Uruz, which is the wild ox, and that has to do with strength and health. You are strong. Your strength has carried you this far, and this is definitely going to help you moving out of this collapsing world and into this bright and magical world. So what's going to help on top of that is through your strength you connect to your source energy. So you have a good connection going on with what nourishes you and what energizes you, and this actually keeps you strong and healthy and helps you to step into this mode of self-protection. What isn't helping you is, one, you're afraid of letting go, and even though it's no longer serving you and it's literally crumbling around you, there is a fear about letting go as well. It's overwhelming. It used to be your whole world, but now it's crumbling because it was never sustainable. And that's good. You've got a really exciting world that you're going towards, but the balance is going to be about it's like a seasonal kind of thing. So this is ending and you can't cling to that. You need to move over to this. So right now we're sort of between. It's like we're partway between winter and spring. Well, we're in spring now, but we're partway between winter and the summer and the light and times of light and all that good stuff. So that's all going on, and it's just sort of it's difficult. It's sort of like you're unsteady, because of that, and you're afraid of letting go of things that you need. Sorry, Othello Reversed. Othello's the home and the homeland rune. Reversed, it has to do with letting go of things that no longer serve you. It's in the lower line, so it's something that's worrying you. And also just the extremity of this, you know, this realization of, yeah, this isn't holding on. Like, this isn't working anymore. So your next step here, and what's actually the next, your sort of outcome of this splash, is opening up. You're basically going to be opening up to this side more, and sort of letting the shift carry you that way. Do we want to throw down more? Yes, we do. Let's throw down a couple more, or three more. Let's do 3 more. It's a little bit off center, but that's okay. Nice. I probably shouldn't have done that because this is going to be like, but it's not really. Anyway, so your outcome and the encore. Your outcome is you're going to be opening up more to this side as we move forward. Just like we're opening up more to spring and warm weather and summer and the brighter time of the year right now. What's going to help you is just seeing the things being revealed. We have Pertho, which is the rune of the lot box. It has to do with surprises and fate and luck. And it's basically, it's saying that as you move forward into this direction, the continual revelations that you're getting are going to really be exciting. What isn't going to help you is you're still going to be sort of, and this is along the same lines as this, where you're still sort of clinging to the old world, and you've got, you feel like you have obligations to it. Let those go with this. Let this collapse, and just sort of let the newness of the light, follow the light. Go where the light is. And what this will lead you to is, we have Hagalaz, which is the rune of the hailstorm. This has to do with natural energy and natural forces, and this is going to lead you towards that and stepping into much more acceptance of your nature and all parts of your nature, because as you can see, the magician has all the implements which represent all the elements, and also both light and dark candles. So much greater integration on this side, as well as a nod to your own nature and instinct and connection to the divine. So, very exciting. I'm hearing all kinds of kind of creepy sounds behind me. I'm doing this during the day, but I'm hearing kind of like clicks and bumps and thumps behind me. Anyway, so there is your reading, Silver Bunny people. I wish you a happy spring, and take care till next time. Bye! Hello, Golden Bunny people. So I'm going to move the Golden Bunny over here, and the Golden Bunny can oversee the reading. And I'm going to part these. I'm going to turn them, and we're going to see what 2 things in your life are being balanced right now. Now, what I saw in the last reading, which was really interesting, is that it was sort of like we're moving from this one into this one, just as we're moving from the colder months into the warmer months, like the colder seasons into the warmer seasons, at this tipping of the balance of the light. So, equinox time. Let's see what 2 things are being balanced at this point. So there we go. So, yes. So, on the one hand, you were in a situation where you felt like things were threatening around you, but you couldn't see them, and you couldn't see enough to be sure, and it worried you a lot. You know that the light is breaking through, you know that you sort of feel the ground under you, but you sort of feel like everything's threatening and you can't see what you need to. Into what you're tipping into, this tipping of the balance moment, is into a much more rich, and everything is visible, everything is lit up, there's colors, it's all good, and just comfortable, satisfying, pragmatically comforting home situation. So that's a really good tipping of balance into. Yeah, these aren't really 2 things that you're balancing so much as, you know, going from the darkness into the light, which is what this time of year is. So that's great. So let's throw down some Carnelian Runes, and we're going to see how they're going to get you there. Oops, what is that? Here we go. I'm going to move these over a little bit because I did put out a little encore to the splash so on the last reading, and I think it was very useful. So yeah, and I can see right now that's going to be needed for this one as well. So let's do that. Ooh, that was in the same position last time. That's cool. Okay. And that one too. Neat. Okay. Golden Bunny people, let's see what our reading is. Central issue is we have Tivaz. Tivaz is the warrior rune. It's Tyr's rune. Tyr's the warrior god. It doesn't have to do so much with rushing out and going to war as it has to do with tending your duties and responsibilities, even to the point of sacrifice, like making sacrifices and to tend your duties and responsibilities, but making sure that everything is where it needs to be, everything is taken care of. Leading up to this, you've been through some real chaos time. Like, you've felt like things are totally out of control and out of your control and very frightening. And just like it's showing here, like you're coming out of that right now. You're sort of coming out of, I don't feel like I have control over pretty much anything. And you're like, now I'm going to take control. I'm going to tend what I can. I'm going to tend my acre and I'm going to take care of what I can take care of. And we're going to move forward from there. What is going to help you with that is we have Ingvaz and we have Isa. So Ingvaz is the rune of active creation. It's Ing's rune. Ing's another name for Frey. Frey's the fertility god. So it has to do with actively shaping the things around you, actively shaping your world and your life and your situation. So you're going to be doing that, but what's going to help you with that is take a moment of stillness. We have Isa. Isa's stillness and standstill. It's ice. And it's a matter of taking some stillness to obtain clarity. So once you get the clarity, it will make things, and it will actually, and so this is going to go both ways. First of all, this is going to help this because the clarity is going to help you see what needs to be shaped and how you can shape it. But secondly, the more you sort of shape things that you can, control the things you can, as a duty, as a responsibility to yourself, you're going to get more access to that clarity. So what isn't going to help you is you're sort of feeling like it's overwhelming. First of all, we have Dagaz and we have Ruse Reversed. So things are feeling overwhelming because you can't see them. You feel like, what you don't know is what's frightening you. But also, this is going to make you feel sort of off your feet. It's going to make you feel like the ground isn't steady under you, even though you can feel the ground steady under you, but you feel like everything around you is threatening. So you're going to feel like you're sort of unbalanced, as well as the fact that unbalancing is overwhelming. But the way through that is the way that you've chosen, which is I'm going to tend what I can, I'm going to tend my acre, I'm going to take care of my duties and responsibilities, and I'm going to control what I can. I'm going to shape what I can around me. And what this is going to lead to is there's going to be a point where you're going to face, it's a challenge because it's Thurisaz, this is the challenge rune, but the gateway of it is open, so you're going to sort of face an open door to a new world that you haven't been to before, but it's open. So the only thing holding you back at that point is possibly psychological. Just remember that you are supported. At this step, when you find yourself facing this threshold, we have Algies, which is the rune of the elk, and it has to do with protection and support. You have it. You have it. Around you, you have it. This is not even reversed. It's not even your own support. Like, it's not even you supporting yourself. It's you have this support around you. So not to worry about that, just carry that with you and you're going to go right through. What isn't going to help is you're going to feel like, we have Gabo, which is the rune of the gift, it's the exchange, and it has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals. Maybe you had some plans before this that you feel like you'll be leaving behind if you step through this door. That's fine, because if they're still relevant when you get through the door, then you can pick them up again, but you're not neglecting them by saying, I'm out. Because maybe this wasn't meant for you anyway. They will be taken care of anyway when you do that. Obviously obviously be reasonable. Don't abandon things that absolutely need you. But, in terms of that it is your responsibility. But bring yourself back up to, you do have support. You do have support. And so this will help you move through this doorway. And what this will lead to is we have Ivaz, which is the yew tree rune. It has to do with patience and slow growth and slow development. Everything's going to be better by the time you get over here. So you will be able to be patient with yourself. You'll be able to be patient with your progress forward. And you will be making slow progress, but good progress in a much more healthy and lit environment. So there you go, Golden Bunny people. I wish you a lovely spring. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Golden Lop Bunny people. So I'm going to move the Golden Lop over here. And the Golden Lop can oversee the reading. And I'm going to put these here and here. These are the two runes that you are basically moving. We're in the middle right now. We're sort of in the balance between these. It's like going from the cold months to the warm months, or going from the what we're coming from to the. If you lovely people are in the Southern Hemisphere, then you can see it as moving from one season to another. Where I'm in the Northern Hemisphere, and so we're sort of moving from a season of darkness to a season of light. You could be moving from a season of light into the secret season of darkness, and that would probably work as well. So, Lot Bunny people, let's turn these over. If they're upside down, I will reverse them. Nope, they're all good. So you are basically moving from an introspective time where you were sort of on a spirit journey into a very accomplished and capable and much more able to be good with your magic time. So we're going to throw down some Carnelian runes to bridge this and to show you sort of the path through this tipping of the balance from one to the other. And let's see where we are with that. Ooh, okay, that's really interesting. Let's throw some down. We had that before, actually. That's quite neat. So what do we have? And I'm going to throw sort of a splash plus with this, because that worked for the first two. So let's get that. Ooh. Neat. Alrighty, very good. Very good. Okay, so your central issue right now is you're sort of facing what feels like an impossible challenge. We have Thurisaz reversed. Thurisaz is the thorn, the giant, the gateway. It is reversed and it's on the central issue. So it's basically, it's a challenge that you're dealing with. It feels almost impossible, and the only way that you're going to be able to get through it is above or around it. You're going to get through it, but it's like you're going to have to pass around it because it's basically a very, very difficult challenge. What led up to this was a really chaotic time, which is probably why you were sort of treating it as a spirit journey, where you were sort of like, this is like Bardo, I'm just going to see everything as an emanation of the radiance, and I'm just going to see what it's going to teach me. But it just feels like really, really like chaotic, like things are out of your control. Now, the neat thing about this particular card, this is the Robin Wood deck, by the way, is we have a little star right there, and of course the star is guidance. So you're sort of, all through this you are being guided still, which is kind of neat, on your spirit journey to this point of more capability. So feeling like you're going through a bit of a bardo, you're going through some uncontrollable time, some chaos, and now you find yourself facing right now this feeling of like such deep challenge that it's feeling impossible, like an impossible challenge. It's yours though, so embrace that. That's part of your journey. What's going to help you? We have Ansuz and we have Raido. So Ansuz is the rune of communication and manifestation, and also expression. So communicate with others, just express, tell your story, and this is going to become your journey that takes you over this challenge, is expressing and communicating, and basically telling your story is going to be the journey, the part of your journey that carries you over this challenge. What isn't going to help is we have Tivaz reversed and we have Laguz. Tivaz is Tyr's rune, Tyr's the warrior god, and this has to do with tending duties and responsibilities. What isn't going to help is, and also just, driving forward in energy. So first of all, so I'm going to read this a couple ways. What isn't going to help facing this impossible challenge, this challenge that feels so impossible, is one, you're going to feel very disarmed. You're going to feel, it's going to disarm you. It's going to feel like you don't have the resources you need to get over it, but you do. The other way I'm going to read this is, don't neglect your duties and responsibilities to yourself and to your life. Just basically make sure that those are being tended, because that's also going to get your ducks in a row and so forth. What will happen because of this, though, because you feel disarmed, you feel overly emotional. We have Laguz, it's the rune of the lake. It has to do with all the watery stuff, so emotion, intuition, and heart. But in the lowest line here, it just has to do with like it makes you very emotional and makes it difficult for you to focus. So what will help that, and what will actually help you focus, is treat this part of the journey where it's like impossible. It feels like impossible to get through. Express it, communicate it, be in communication with people, and this will be the part of the journey that will carry you over the challenge. Your next step after that is letting go of things that no longer serve you. We have Othello Reversed. Othello is the rune of the home and the homeland, and it's reversed on the path line. So you've moved out of your comfort zone, first of all, by passing this. And second, you're letting go of the things that you don't need, the things that were not serving you and were possibly dragging you down. You're letting go of that. What's going to help you is we have Avaz. Avaz is the horse rune, and it is reversed on the upper line. So it's basically, again, I'm going to read this a couple ways. The horse has to do with movement, but also spirit. So first of all, not running around as much is going to help you here. You don't have to run around as much because you don't have as much that you're dealing with. You don't have as much baggage at this point. So, because you got through it, you expressed it and you released it, and now you're releasing what you don't need as well, and you don't have to run around as much because you're not carrying as much. Secondly, you're going to be looking inward, focusing on spirit internally, and that's going to help you as well because that's where your real riches are. You will never run out of that. That's going to be your riches, even if you don't have anything material, is just your inner spirit, your deep inner spirit. Now, what isn't going to help is we have Carnelian Reversed. Carnelian is the rune of expansion, and it's the fire, so it's something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze, but it is reversed and it's on the lower line. And there's a real sense of you feel like your options are narrowing because you're letting go of things that you'd jealously clung to all this time, and it's not helped you. So just you're basically, it worries you that you panic. You're panicking because you feel like you have less materially or just less baggage in your life. Because it's like it was there for a long time, so it's sort of a part of your identity, it feels like, but it's not really because it just was dragging you down and you're letting it go right now. So bring yourself back up to, I don't have to run around as much because I'm not carrying as much, and also I'm focusing on inner spirit and the riches that are there. And what this will lead to, the outcome of this, is we have Algies. Algies is the rune of the elk, otherwise known as the moose. It has to do with protection and support, and you have it. At this point, you feel very, very supported. You feel like you're supported in the universe, which is where this leads to the High Priestess consciousness, where you feel that not only do you have gentle access to all of this nature and elemental energies, but also that you can communicate it, that you're able to use that to bring comfort, protection, and support to others. So that, Golden Lot Bunny people, is your reading. It's very exciting. I wish you a lovely spring. Take care till next time. Bye!